Man, this is my seat where I sit. And see this towel? I put this towel here because a spring broke in the seat. So I'm gonna, and I put that on the back because it's leather and I don't like sticking to it. So I'm gonna pull this apart, fix the spring, and fix it. So this is gonna be the new video for today. And I might work on my wife's side too a little bit. It's starting to get a little cracked there, and it's got some wrinkles in the back, like it's a little loose. So when I flip it over, I might just pull both of these seats apart and work on the entire seat and make it match, and we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so I'm in here, and um, right here we got nuts. Take the nuts off, and hopefully that's gonna free up the seat so I can take it off. Um, I got one up in there. It's giving me a little bit of a hard time, and we got busted spring over here, and looks like the foam is pretty chewed up also. Uh, so I get this seat off of here, and then we'll see where we go from there after I get the seat off. Okay, so I got those four bolts off, and it comes loose, but it is attached. The this, I don't know if you can see it, but all this is up. Let me turn the light on. Okay, so you see this is all attached on the inside here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take this loose here, take all those staples out all the way across, flip that up, and then uh, get it loose from here in order to get this out, and so I can get the seat all the way out and make the repairs that I need to make. Okay, so now I have gotten that flipped up out the way, got that removed and taken it up. So now I got bolts, two bolts here, two bolts there. I'm going to take those four bolts off, and I'll lift the back off of the seat, and then off of the whole thing, the love sofa, and then I will have access to the seat. Let me show you. Okay, so here we go. Um, there's two screws that hold this handle in to make it recline, one at the top and one at the bottom. Take those two screws out, and then we got this clip right here. Take a little screwdriver, pop it underneath there. This is kind of hard to show, but I already did it. But it hooks onto there. It's pretty close up. It hooks up there where you see that other spring, and you just pop it loose, and then this will slide out. If you look at it right there, it'll just slide out, and then you can take the handle off, and then I have access to the whole bottom of this recliner. Just a second, I'll show you. Okay, so the four bolts, one, two, three, four bolts there, and undo the back, and then the bolts that hold the back on right there. Okay, so you got a total of 6 bolts you got to remove, and then release that cable from the side, or else that cable will keep it attached. And then you got the whole bottom. Now that I have the bottom off, I'm going to start working on making this repair. Okay, so I got it apart. See this right here? That's 2 pieces of wood, and that actually goes around this right here. It sits around there. Then it has a bolt that holds it here, and another bolt that holds it down here. So I pulled those 2 bolts out, and that whole thing came off after removing the staples from around the sides and the back. Um, yeah. So now what I'm gonna do is, okay, this is the piece that was attached to it, like this. Okay, so it goes like that, and that's what held the spring. This spring that is now broken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this perforated galvanized strap, and I'm gonna put a screw through it, hook it around the spring, put a screw through it, and attach it here, back up here in the front. And so then on the seat, as you see, there's the glue is not holding it anymore there. These two pieces of foam should have been glued together, but they're not. Just like it is on this side, it's glued together. So I'm gonna re-glue this, and then that's gonna fill in that gap that I had on the top. That's gonna fix that hole. And I'm thinking I might add some padding, add a little bit of extra padding up here on the top, because you see how loose that is. I want it to be tight all over again. So thinking I'll add some more batting on the top and glue the foam, and then for this I'm going to lay that back across there where the springs go across. And I'm thinking I might add a little bit more, so like this where it was digging in, I'm going to put something across here to give it a little bit more strength and stability. I don't have any webbing, or else I would just put some webbing across there, but I don't have it. So I'm going to improvise it, and I'll figure out some way to do it, and I'll show you when I do it. Okay, so there it is. I fixed the spring, just like I told you. Wow, that's bright. Took a piece of that strap and put a screw through it. So now I got that spring back together. I was busted, and so now all I got to do is the foam, the batting, put it all back together. Okay, so I got it glued up, used foam glue and glued it back together, and then took some Dacron, glued it on top, and then there's a slit here. I cut the slit in because, where is it? There is a piece, this tucks into there, then there's a rod that goes through, and it makes that little area right there, so it helps it so it doesn't move. Yeah, so now I'm going back together with it, about to pull the skin back over, put it back on the frame and staple it up. All right, so this is what I did. Put those straps there on the side so that I have a little bit more to keep those springs from tearing up the foam. And then I put the wool that was already there, I left that there. And then I glued it, and it's still kind of pulling down a little bit here on the edge. That's why I wanted to put this on there to kind of keep it from pulling down so bad. And I put one back here also, and stapled it back in place where it was, pretty much all the way around. And now I'm getting ready to put it back on the couch. Want to see the top? I'll show you the top. So that's the top of it. And now I'm about to put it back on the left sofa. That's what it looks like after. A little dusty. I just swept up. And that's my wife. I didn't do the other side. I just did the one side. I didn't do both sides, but I repaired it. I'm happy, and it feels good when I sit on it. Yeah.